boy. You are my good boy. Oh, yes, hi. Hello. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hey, it's Rita. And they're so happy. They're happy. They were on their best behavior last night. So, yeah. Hi, everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue here for Cricut Chat. And it is the Saturday afternoon, early evening edition of Cricut Chat, which is a 3D project. We're going to be doing 3D projects. Now, I know some people are coming off of a live from Melody, right? I think she had her Halloween costume or their Cricut costume going on. So I'm going to give people some time to get here and to say hello and all of that. We had a really hi Angie. Hi Nuane, how are you? Hi Lori Jo. So we had a really were they cute? I wish I could have seen it, but I had to feed the dogs and get everything going. So I guess I'll catch it on the replay. Oh, thunderstorms. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a beautiful day here. A little overcast, but definitely a beautiful autumn day in New England. It's like chilly-ish and nice enough, sunny-ish enough, and a lot of stuff going on. This has been a very busy week so far, and I still have more to go. Tomorrow we have a live at Create and Escape in downtown Peabody for doing pumpkin pours. It's not really pumpkin pours. We're pouring paint on pumpkins, but they call it pumpkin pouring. I've never done any paint pouring, so I'm very interested in finding out how this works and to do it on a craft pumpkin. And so I think this is going to be a fun thing. It's going to be a fun thing here. You know what, Emmy's saying she's jealous of my weather, or our weather up here. She lives in Florida. But I'll tell you what, come January, February, I'll be wanting to go down and visiting you, Emmy, because it gets pretty cold here in February. So there's something to be said for February weather in Florida. I've been to Florida many times in February, and it's such a delight. It is such a delight. So, anyway, hi everybody. Hi Lisa. Hi Kelly. Well, it sounds to me, I did talk offline with Melody and Carol and Abby, and it sounds as if November is going to be really tight for Melody, so maybe we can plan something for early December. And I was thinking, we're going to come full circle to our New Year's celebration. Remember, our first Zoom was on New Year's Eve of 2000, and we got together that night. That was a whole lot of fun, and we're coming up on that, so we've got to be ready for that. That should be a lot of fun. Thank you for the congrats and the well wishes. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Come on over here, Teddy. Teddy's playing guard dog. I don't know what's going on. But not you, Benji. Good boy, Benji. Thank you. Yeah, so last night we made a, that was a long time. You mean New Year's? It was a long time ago. Oh my gosh. We're almost to the end of the year. We have to start thinking about the new year. So yesterday was really fun. We did this challenge, and this is what I made. It is, it's a twist pop card. It seems a little busy on the front. I originally designed it with no frog or skull, and so it says, did I scare you? And actually, I have this. It's made up of all shapes and from Cricut, and so they're either free or they're from the Cricut Access images. So I'm going to show you how to make this. Maybe not put as many of these guys in the front, but yes, I'm going to share the file. I'm going to show you how to make it too. This was my prototype that I did with only 3 ghosts, and I hadn't put that thing in there yet, but that's my prototype. And yes, we'll share the file, and I'm going to show you how to put it together. They can be a little confusing, twist pop cards, but they're a whole lot of fun. And as I mentioned, I got the idea from Lori Whitlock, but I've seen other people do it, and so I figured I could do that. I can make that, and I can show people how to do it. So we're going to do that next week. Next week, we're going to have week 2 of Christmas Day. So we'll be doing a nice card from, I think we're going to do Rob and Bob Christmas cards because, oh my gosh, there are so many of them. So I think I'll do one of the more obscure ones that we haven't already done that might be a little more detail or something. I have a couple of in my head. I also wanted to tell you that Friday, I'm already thinking all the way to Friday next week. And Friday next week, our freebie is going to be this brand new card from Dreaming Tree. This absolutely adorable turkey pilgrim that we're going to do. I love it. So we have to do it, and it is free. So we're going to put that on Friday. So Thursday is Christmas. Friday is freebie. And then on Saturday, I'm still not sure. I might be doing a haunted house from Lori Whitlock. And I wanted to remind you that if you haven't already and you were interested in doing this, Lori's sale is going on, but it ends tonight. So if you wanted to pick up anything from there, I'm hoping that we're going to be doing at least one of these haunted houses, wherever they are. Here, where are they? 3D houses. Here we go. Yeah, so she has a bundle here. It's about $11. You get 30% off. So maybe it costs you like $8.50. And we'll probably do one of these. I can't decide which one. So of course I bought all 3. So I kind of am partial to this one with the mansard roof. I don't know. I kind of like it. And I'm wondering if I can't jazz it up a little bit with some patterned paper. So I'm interested in trying that out. So that might be next Saturday, or we will be doing the turkey, the googly gobbler, because everybody wants to see that. So I haven't decided. I don't know if I should do that on the 30th or if I should do it next week. You tell me. And so tonight, what we're going to be working on is this really adorable thing. It's a treat bowl, you see, and it has a pumpkin on either side, and it's on like a little pedestal, and it really looks like, I don't know, not paper, you know? And I just love the jack-o'-lantern and the festive color paper. This is a super build, super easy build. And so I'm going to show you how to do it. And I probably need to rest some because I'm pretty tired. But so we might have a short night tonight, and so that I can come back and be here on tomorrow morning at 10, and then have our whole week next week. So we're working, we're using those Cricuts every single day. And we're, just trying all kinds of, Owen's here. Hi, Owen.
Hello.
He's here. He's still getting, Laurie's are easy to do. Okay, good. Maybe I'll end up doing all three. I don't know. So Owen's here, and, yay. Hi, Owen. We were actually going to go tomorrow to a spook fest for corgis, but I don't know if we're going to make it. That's tomorrow. I don't know.
If it involves corgis, we're going to make it.
Right? I know. I'm so excited.
We have 3 of them, now we have 2. We'll go with those 2 corgis. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to bring Lola, too.
How many corgis have we had?
9 corgis.
9 corgis.
Yeah.
You really think we're going to miss out on Corgi Spook Fest? Hell no.
I know, but maybe there'll be a Christmas one. I don't know. It's just real busy right now. It's really busy right now.
What are we going to call it? Christmas Corgi Spook Fest?
Corg Fest. Corgmas. Something like that. Corgi. Matching elf costumes.
Oh,
I mean, come on. They're dwarf dogs,
I gave them ideas.
Oh, no.
I gave her ideas.
Everyone says hello.
Yes.
Teresa, Aledra, Brand. Who else? Teresa, Aledra, Brand. Emmy. Kirsten. Angie. Everyone. Tanya. Becky. You got a lot of friends. Shirley.
Yeah,
Regina.
friends that I don't know.
You know them. You know them, sorta. All right. So let's get started. I guess that's done. I really, really want to go to this Corgi Spook Fest. It's in Central Mass, which is probably close to like Shelley's place. But I also have the pumpkin pour tomorrow, and Sundays have been about going to visit Mom and Lola and spending a little time. Yeah, but so I'm like, then I thought, well, maybe I should bring my mom, and I don't know if she's really up for that. And so I'm still, I think if I wake up tomorrow and I'm really in a great mood, then we'll go. If not, we'll have to make it another time. I actually do have a lot of friends in Central Mass that have corgis, and one in particular that I've been dying to meet, his name is Arrow, and he lives with a friend of mine online, Joe, who is the nicest guy and has the most gorgeous corgi, and I really, really, really want to meet him. And then there's Harry, not Harry. Is it Harry? Well, my friend Courtney, I think, is going to be there. And I think Harry was the one she lost. Now she has a new one. And he's related to Teddy Bear. Oh, there's lots of relations with Teddy Bear. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm chatting. Let's get started. Oh, wait. I know I need to say one thing. If you want to win a mug press, you got one more week to get your name in. So make sure you do. It's going on, and you can do it twice a day, every day for the whole 2-week period. So I am giving away a mug press and $50 worth of Infusible Ink. So please follow the link. You subscribe and share and comment and do all that stuff, both on YouTube and in Facebook, and you have a chance to win a brand new, really awesome mug press. Okay? So, now we can get started. So, So let's look at this file in Design Space. Oh, what's this? I don't even know what this is. Oh, this was Carol's thing. That I was looking at. This is what we're going to do today. And it's a lot of cutting and a lot of paper. And I will tell you, I've done this before. And so these will be my third and fourth ones that I've done. And I'm running out of paper choices. I hope Halloween comes soon because, oh my gosh, I've used up so much Halloween paper. And I don't think there's any chance of getting any more at this point. Oh, you need a box for the mug press? Yeah. Oh, wait. I just bought an Epson printer. Oh, you bought an Epson printer and you're going to take it out of the box? Yes. Oh, you're going to make tumblers. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that seems like fun. Boy, doesn't Carol do those things real nice. She has like a sublimation group. Anyway, this is really big. It holds a lot of candy. And it would look really, really nice on Halloween night when you're handing out treats. I usually just put it in a big pottery bowl. And, now I have a fancy candy dish. Maybe I'll give one to my sister. Or did I already give her one? Anyway, she always puts candy and stuff like that at her desk. And so it's all about the cutting on this one, okay? But I just want to mention that when you are buying an SVG from whether it's Dreaming Tree or Lori or let's see, SVG cuts, there is a procedure or a process that you want to follow. And so I'm going to just kind of show you just the starting of it, because here's what happens when you buy the file. You get this. It's a PDF. So I want to just show you. I downloaded the file to my computer. And let me see if I can't find it. Halloween jack-o'-lantern. Is this it? Hey, Owen, there's a box on the front door, on the front step. If you could get it, would be great. It's kind of heavy. Yeah, it's heavy.
Mom, did you just buy 2 pounds of gold?
It's 10 pounds of paper. It's paper, guys. I got more paper.
Why the hell is paper so heavy?
I don't know. It's made out of trees.
You sure you didn't buy 2 pounds of gold?
Yeah, it feels like it, right? No, it feels like 10 pounds. 10 pounds.
10 pounds of lead.
Yeah. It's 10 pounds of something. Anyway, so when you download these, you are going to have this in your download file. And when you go to this file, I can't find that particular one, but we'll go into this one, the Butterfly Fairy House. You will see for 3D SVG, there's all of these SVGs, and you can do something called drag and drop, but I always do it the same way, which is I go to Design Space, I go over here to upload, and then I do upload image and do browse, and then I go to my downloads files. I open up my downloads files, find the file that I want to work on. You can see there's a ton of, these are just 3dsvg.com files. So I find the one that I wanted to do. This one here is the Jolly Jointed Witch, let's say, and I go into the file folder that says SVG, and you'll see here there are 14 pieces to this. It's the same for this, and if you look on this PDF, you'll see that these are the individual SVGs that you're going to import. So it's not easy to import these files. It's a little bit harder, but in the long run, it saves you from having to resize files, because sometimes resizing files is a big headache that some designers are running into these days. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick each one of these and we hit open, and then we upload it, and then we'll have them all here in our uploads file, you see. And once we have all of the pieces, and use your PDF to find that, to make sure that you've got all those pieces. And then we click on these images and we hit add to canvas, which is down here, add to canvas. Now, once you get these pieces into your canvas, there's a couple things that you have to do before you can cut them out. Anything that has like scoring or a dashed cut line on them, which for instance is this one. I think these ones don't have any. Oh, well, yeah, they do. So this one here has these little tiny cuts right here. That's so that you'll know where to put the bottom half of the witch on her torso. And so you'll see over here that there are these two, like under one heading, there are two cuts, basically, two layers to the cut. And if you do not do this step, then they will cut out on separate mats. So all you need to do is go down here to the attach file and attach them. And now you notice that even though they're still separate, it says attach. And so you're all set. When you go to cut it out, it will be attached and you won't get those sort of mystery mats. Okay, so I'm not going to go through putting together the file and cutting things out here. I'm just going to take the time to show you how this goes together. It's a really cute file, and I think that you could play around with some of the elements. Hi, Daryl. And you could make this, if you didn't want to make it Halloween, you could certainly use the actual base and stuff for another thing, whether it's like a little Thanksgiving cornucopia or something. You could certainly do that. And might even try that. But I'm going to have to do it without black paper. Because the other thing, in addition to my not having enough Halloween paper, is I am running out of 12 by 12 black cardstock. It hasn't been in stock for a number of months now from Cricut, so I'm having to decide what I'm going to do. I think I might go over and order 250 sheets. I just don't want to run out. And I'm sure I'll be using a lot of it. It kind of it reminds me a little bit of the toilet paper run whenever I'm thinking about buying, a large amount of paper in one color. Like, what do you need all that toilet paper? You're going to need it eventually. So that's, that's that. Anyway, so this is a bowl. Right? It's a bowl. It's kind of squared off, and there are 4 pieces to the bowl. That's what we're going to start on. Now, you'll notice that 2 of the pieces have this design, and that is for our jack-o'-lantern to go, and then 2 of them simply have a scalloped edge right here. So we're going to go ahead and fold at all the dash cut lines for all 4 of these pieces, and then we can start putting them together. So we're folding them all, and so what we're going to do is we're going to do the one that has the jack-o'-lantern, and then the scalloped edge, and then the jack-o'-lantern, and then the scalloped edge. Okay, so that way you have the jack-o'-lanterns on either side. They're not side by side. But for somebody that's new in doing some of these files, that might get confusing. So just thought I'd point it out. And what I'm doing here is I am just gluing right at the seam that piece. You see that? Now, I put a little tiny bit too much glue here, but I want to make sure that it's on there really well. Make sure that your seam is lined up as best as you can. And we're going to keep moving along here. So this is the scalloped edge. So I'm going to take this one, which is the jack-o'-lantern edge, and put this one here. And match this up. Like this. Again, check your seam. Make sure that that is going to fold, because we have to get it squared off on the bottom here. And this is a little bit odd way of putting it together because it's right under your arm, but that's okay. We can work around that. Or I could fold it if I wanted to. I could fold it. Okay, here we go. So there's the fourth section. And so now I'm going to fold those in half. So I have this is the shape. I haven't glued it together. I'm going to glue it together next. Okay, so that I have the 4 pieces and they're glued together. But I'm actually going to decorate the outside with the panels first before I actually go and put the bowl together. So I'm going to just close it up by gluing that last tab. Okay, so I want to make sure that that is going to look right. Yep, it looks right to me. This one, not so much on the... Here we go. Okay. So the way this works here is that we've got 4 panels. 2 of them are flat on the top, and those are the ones that are going to go on the scalloped edges, and then the ones that have this curve going to go on the side that has the jack-o'-lantern again. This is pretty basic. This is just sort of gluing, putting together a nice, fun project. Just a lot of cutting. But this is a fun project to work with a little on because there's not a whole lot of like things you have to think about. You just glue most of it. And we're just going to place these here. Leave a little edge around. I was looking for a teal color patterned paper like this, but I used both sheets of my spiders, my teal spiders, so I had to use the solid color for this. So I was like, meh. But if you have fancier paper, then use it. You don't have to use this teal. You can use any color you want, really. Okay. So that's one side. Now I did get some glue here. That's okay because we're going to be covering it, okay? With our, on that side, we're going to be putting the pumpkin. So here we go on this side. This one gets put here, and this one gets put over here. And then there's a whole liner that goes on the inside of this that really kind of makes it fantastic. So did you guys enjoy yourselves last night? And this has been a kind of a real crafty weekend for everyone. And wondering if you're having fun, and are you guys getting inspired? What's going to inspire you to do things and get those machines out of the boxes and all of that? I was on the Cricut Facebook page today, and somebody, Shirley, I think you saw this too. Somebody was saying, gee, I have a brand new Cricut Explore Air 2, and I heard all of the talk about the design space software, and is it even worth it for me to, open up the box and try to learn how to do it? And Shirley jumped right in there because somebody said, oh, you better register it right away because they're going to be changing things, blah, blah. And Shirley said, nope, that's false information. So good on you, Shirley. And then I just started thinking about it. Can you believe how much people, they listen to other people without first trying it? I could never do that. Even if somebody said to me, oh, don't go to this restaurant, it's really bad. I would still give them the benefit of the doubt because unless 100 people said the same thing, then I kind of would say, well, maybe they just had different expectations, So I guess I'm not exactly the best Yelp customer out there because I will try things more than once. So there's our bowl. It's starting to feel pretty sturdy, but it's going to feel even more sturdy when we take these pieces and we put them on the inside here. I thought these were kind of fun, sort of funky pieces, and they have a fortune telling and the cauldron and a pumpkin and skulls. Hey, I could have probably used this last night. Is there a toad on it? No, don't see a toad. See some bugs, but no toads. Anyway, I'm just so not like that. I just rather if somebody said, oh, don't buy a Cricut, where would I be now? I mean, I love my Cricut. So I kind of feel bad for the people that they listen too much to what other people think without figuring it out for themselves. So all I'm doing is I'm matching these up to match the inside. So here, this one here is the jack-o'-lantern side. And put some glue here. Not a lot of glue. I don't know, with this supply chain stuff that's going on, I'm starting to get a little bit freaked out because I can't get glue, and I'm going to be needing some glue from Barely Art, or I might have to just go back and switch back to my art glitter glue if they can't get it in stock, because I at least have art glitter glue left over from last year, actually. I'm funny like that. I like to have... Are you guys like that? I order things from Costco, and I might say, well, I only have 2 more of these left. Maybe I should buy another 10-pack, and I know other people are more well, I have 1, and when I run out of that 1, I'll go out and get some more. But it freaks me out. It freaks me out when I get really, really low. For instance, I don't have any of those dishwasher packs right now. And I'm like, oh, I can't wash dishes. Well, I don't use my dishwasher all that much anyway. I mean, I could wait. It's not the end of the world. I have to hand wash it or whatever. But I just get a little freaky about not having things. Okay, do you see what I just did there while I was talking? I put there on the bottom a little piece, so it's really got a finished look on the inside, and then on the outside we have this beautiful teal color. Now what we're going to do, let that all dry, and then we're going to start working on the pedestal. So the pedestal is 2 pieces. It's a smaller piece in purple, and then this black piece that ends up getting trimmed with the paper from this outside liner piece. So let's go ahead and do that. And these are kind of like pizza boxes. You have to fold them all here on all 4 sides, just like this, and they all have these little tabs on the side, which are a little bit frustrating to work with when you're first trying out. So this actually is a it's not a straight square pedestal. It's got a curve to it, or a what is that? It goes up. It's not a real pizza box, I guess. And so what we're going to do is we are going to first start with the corners here. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue on these corners, and then I am going to match up, and you see how it goes in? I'm going to match this up in and get my finger in there so I can hold it, press and hold it in place. Give it a second to sort of grab. Might have to put more glue on the other side. The first one is always the difficult one. So here you go. And I don't know. I don't think it's allergies. I think I did get a little tiny bit of Owen's cold, which I'm not too pleased about. He did, at the beginning, he was very, very careful, but then he sort of got, when he found out it wasn't COVID, or strep or anything, he just said, oh, the heck with it. I'm not going to wear a mask. He was wearing a mask in the house because he's very thoughtful. He was wearing a mask in the house so that I wouldn't get it, I guess. Oi, this is not easy. Why? Let's see if I can't do both of these together. Maybe that'll be easier. Yeah, it's easier to hold. So you see how this is sort of at an angle? I'm trying to think what that's called. It's like, it's not slanted. It's, what's the word, guys? What's the word? What's the word? So I'm going to try to do it on this side. I might have continual problems, but oh well. I just keep at it. What's the word? Yeah. Diagonal? Yeah, you think? I don't know. I think there's a word like, it's not slanted. Like, when something isn't like straight. I don't know. What do I care? I don't care. So what are you guys doing this weekend? You know what I'm doing, or you know what I've been doing. What are you guys doing? What are you working on? What are you doing? Getting ready for closing up the house and getting ready for the winter? Or, well, if you're in Florida, I don't suppose you have to do that. I got to go up and see my friend Molly. She's been wanting me to go up there, and so I was thinking, oh, maybe we'll do she's really would love to do those fairy lights that we did with the alcohol ink. So I was thinking about going up there, spending some time with her. I've spent a couple of Thanksgivings there as well, and cooked for her family when her kid was home still. She's not the best as far as cooking and stuff. You know, she'll admit that. She's more of an entertainer. So she entertains me and I do all the cooking. And I don't know, but she really wants to do those fairy lights. And I was thinking, well, maybe we can make them kind of Christmassy fairy lights or something. Like, I don't know. I have to think about that. All right, so you see how there is a slant on this. It's not a straight pizza box. It's sort of like kind of the base of a pyramid. You see? And just gluing it together. It's a little bit, probably the most frustrating thing of the whole project is this one little piece. And you could, you know, if you mess it up, you could delete it. You don't need to do it. But I think it looks pretty good in the end result. This one here is not slanted, so it goes together easily. All right, so this one is more traditional pizza box like, and we're going to hold that at the corner. Also, would love to hear your ideas on what you'd like to do with Create and Escape. I want to do a porch sign for like the fall and Thanksgiving, like something that says, you know, there's no place like home, or gather here with thankful hearts, or something like that. And so if you want to do, I want to make a big one. I don't have a huge porch. Beveled. Thank you. Yes. Beveled edge. Thank you. Oh, you're crocheting a gnome. You're wearing long pants today. Well, it's good that you're wearing pants. Is the fact that you're wearing long pants a thing? Is it because it's been so hot in Texas, Shirley? Curious minds want to know. I'm wearing pants today. Are there short pants, or are there like just shorts? So this is going together. And then I think we're going to also get started on some of those new 3D projects that are in Design Space, because I know, you know, we're heading into that season where we would be, not that all of us would be skiing, but, you know, ski lifts and gondolas and things like that, and snowmen and Christmas trees. I can't wait. Man, I love fall, but I'm running out of paper for fall, so I need to move on soon. You're still in your PJs, Brent. You're entitled. Hey, you know, some Sundays when I've been known to stay in my PJs all day. Usually it's in February when I do that. because I'm going nowhere and it's snowing out. I heard this winter, I don't know that they know how to predict this, but I heard this winter is going to be a tough one. So if you are in Texas, folks, Shirley, make sure you prepare like we do up here. Have some water and stuff stockpiled and get little spare heaters or things like if you have a fireplace, wood for your fireplace or something. Or a generator, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so now that we have the two boxes, the beveled box and the regular box done, this is the way that they're going to go together, like this, and then the bowl is going to go on top. But right before we put them together, I want to decorate the edges of that bottom one. And so there are these 4 little pieces in that teal color. We have to glue them on, and then we'll glue these together and put the bowl right on top. So here's the decorative pieces. Now you can bling this out if you want. Get your rhinestone setter out and put some rhinestones on it. Or if you want to use patterned paper for this, you could do that as well. And the 4th one. I'm not as chatty today. I think I'm all chatted out. I need to recharge. Okay, so see, I put the pieces on this side like this. Then I'm going to take this one, and it's going to be actually with the wider side facing up. And I know that because there are these little notches cut out here to indicate where the bowl is going to go. So I'm going to glue the bottom of this. This is the bottom. And I'm going to do my best and try to make sure that it is evenly placed. I think that feels evenly placed. Don't push down too hard because it's still a box, you know. And then we're going to take our bowl, turn it upside down. Now it feels really sturdy. And we're going to put a little bit of glue here. Oops. You guys will do a better job. I know it. So, and then see these little notches? I'm just going to match up the notches here. I'm going to press a little bit, but not too much. And I'm going to put it aside, and we'll put together the pumpkins. So we'll let that dry, get it aside. So the pumpkins, there will be 2 of them. And I decided that I was going to cut out in patterned paper for these. And there are 3 pieces to it. So this is the back, and then there's going to go here and here. And then the face and all the little decorations there. And we're going to separate them with our pop dots. And here is, in case you were wondering, you know, what it looks like. This is kind of what I have. Believe it or not, I haven't bought pop dots for a while, because I might have bought like 20 of these packages, and now I'm almost out. I think this is my last package. So, I'm going to have to go out and buy some more pop dots. So let me show you how this goes together. So there are the 3 pieces that are going to be pop dotted. And then on the top of the pumpkin, there is this purple piece. Like this. And then this brown piece, which I need to make sure I put it on the correct way. It is directional. And then we've got our leaves. There's two different leaves. This one goes this way and has like sort of a cutout. And this one goes this way. So we have to glue those on. And then we also have our faces for our jack-o'-lanterns over here. But let's do these pieces first, so that everything's put together when we do the pop dots, okay? So we're going to glue these all together. I don't think they need pop dots. I think it looks dimensional enough with the two layers in there. I also thought, oh, you know, I'll do two projects today. And so I cut out the jolly jointed skeleton, but I'm going to go back to the drawing board with it because Leo advocates that you cut it out of, you do like a double cutting out of cardstock. And I was thinking it would be so much more like I don't know, sturdier if you did it with craft board. Like, I don't need to layer two layers. I'll just cut out one craft board. 2 layers of cardstock is not as thick as a craft board piece. So I'm going back to the drawing board on that one. And maybe we'll do that next week. I also think we need to make some lanterns. I've got some really pretty ones that I'd like to do. And because this time of year is great for those LED lights. There we go. This. I'm not going to put the face on until we put the pumpkin together, because I think that it's easier to sort of put the placement on. And we're going to do this twice, right? See? There are little cuts here to sort of indicate where the eyes, nose, and mouth are going to go, okay? So let's start pop dotting. We're going to put it on the back of this piece first. I'm really very interested in finding out about this pumpkin pouring, because I don't know, it's like a really like cool technique or something, you know, just fun to watch. A couple of years ago they had this great event here in Salem. It was a pumpkin, what was it? It was after Halloween. It was called the pumpkin pitching, it was called. And they basically had rented some sort of like almost like a slingshot type of thing, and you could bring your pumpkins down, and they would slingshot it, and whoever's got the farthest won the prize. And it was actually run by the compost company, Black Earth Compost. I was so excited. It was such a fun thing, you know. And they had a bonfire, and they all often will do that with like the trees as well, like have a bonfire so that way, because people don't know what to do with their live trees and stuff. And it was just kind of a fun thing because a lot of people throw the pumpkins away, and they are perfect for composting. So even if you don't have a compost provider, or you don't have a compost pile, what I have done in the past is just take my little rotted pumpkins after they've served their use, and I've just put them in my flower beds. And what's kind of fun is a couple of times we've gotten pumpkins grown that just grow out of the rotted pumpkin, which was really fun. We've had that happen. And other times it's just nice because I know that the animals will eat it, and then whatever's left will go into the garden, and over the winter months it will sort of like just decompose and stuff. But don't put those pumpkins in the trash. Either compost them or put them in your flower beds if you have. Or the other thing is, if you don't carve them and they're the small kind, you can actually cook them and the dogs eat them. My dogs eat pumpkin all the time. And you can also make pumpkin pies and stuff like that with them. So consider before you throw them away. I've seen people leave them on their front porch and they just kind of get all rotted, and then they don't know what to do with them. So trash day, they just throw them in the trash bin, and it's like, that's like the worst thing. So, but I think it was so popular, the pumpkin pitching, that like there were just too many, if that's a thing, but there were just too many, and I don't know, I guess Salem, the city, where they were paying for the compost people to be there. I don't know what the deal was, but it was a really fun thing, and I quite enjoyed myself, and I thought it was a good deal, a good fun day to do. I also like going when they have the bonfires with the trees, although I use a fake tree now. We used to get real trees back in the day. When Owen was a baby, I think that's when I stopped doing it, because going out to the tree farm, it was like, it was a challenge. We have some gorgeous tree farms up here. You have to drive a ways, New Hampshire or Vermont, to get to them, and we would go trudging usually after Thanksgiving, and a lot of times there'd be snow on the ground, and it would be very cold. I remember one year that we did it, and we got lost on the farm. It was such a huge farm, and oh my God, I was with my friends Lisa and Matt, and we were just like, should we just keep going? And we were like, it felt like a thing out of, do you remember that movie, Christmas Vacation, where they're up to their knees? It felt like that. It felt very much like that. And when we got to where we found the tree, it was huge. And in fact, we had a truck, and we dragged it home, dragged it onto the truck and put it on the truck. But the way we put it on the truck with the twine, we couldn't close the windows, and it was freezing. Oh my gosh. And that day we actually went to 2 or 3, Matt was looking for the perfect tree. He was kind of a perfectionist. And so we were all freezing to death. We had stopped, had breakfast, and it was dark so we started at breakfast time, early, and we didn't get home until it was twilight. That's how long it took. And then the tree was too big. We had to cut off a whole bunch on the bottom. I lived in their house, the apartment in their house. This is when I first got out of college. And, but the tree was beautiful. It was beautiful. And the sap and the smell. I mean, it was really nice, but, it was a lot of trouble. So after that one disastrous time, the next year we just went to the tree farm that, like, because he had heard, this was pre-internet days, and he had heard, oh, we got to go up here and here. Anyway, and I lived in Amesbury, which is right on the New Hampshire border. And so we were way deep in New Hampshire getting this tree. And so then we just decided to stay local, and we went to, it was a really nice farm in Amesbury. I'm trying to remember if it's called Indian Head Farm or Apple Crest Farm. It's one of those two. And if you are in New Hampshire or the area, I would definitely look them up, because just a great experience without freezing your butt off going out and looking for your tree. They have a nice tree farm, and you get the bonfire effect, and they had, warm cider and all of that fun stuff. So take it from me. Don't go crazy trying to get your tree. Or if you do, pick it out. You can pick it out like in the summertime and tag it. That's another thing you could do. But I'm never that organized. So I hope I'm not boring you guys with my with my tree fiascos. When I was growing up, we had a silver tree. A silver tree. Now, that probably tells you, my age. But my father got this silver tree, and we put it up religiously. And it had like this thing that was a light, and it would move around and change the color of the tree. Now, come to find out, those trees are like hundreds of dollars. And I can't believe it. I remember when my dad was selling the house, he's like, you sure you don't want the tree? And then I didn't realize how much I loved it, and we threw it away. What a stupid thing that was, because I mourn that tree every year. But anyway, so we had a silver tree, and then because we were like, when we moved to the suburbs, because we lived in the city, we were like, we need to get a real tree. And Dad was like, no real tree, but we'll get a green tree. So we had the green tree for a couple of years, and it just wasn't the same, but we always put it in the front window. So we felt like, part of the neighborhood, since we had green trees, fake green trees, but green trees. So when I got to living on my own, I just was kind of like, all right, what do? We don't have a green tree. We don't have any tree. And so that's when we started with the live trees. But then that ended after so many years of putting up all these trees, and then having to figure out what to do with them afterwards. I know it's supposed to be good to have the live trees. I'm not saying don't get them. It's just, for me, a lot of work. Anyway. And then there's the whole thing, when do you put it up? Like, I like to put mine up the day after Thanksgiving, so that it's up all the way up to New Year's, and then I'll take it down after New Year's. But when I was growing up, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but you couldn't take your tree down until after Epiphany, which is usually like 1 week after the New Year. It's 12 days. It's 12th night. So if you do the 12 days of Christmas, it's 12th night. And no. You'd think it was some sort of like commandment for Moses, but no one would take their tree down until 12th night. Anybody remember that? I'm sure Shirley remembers that. Don't make me feel too old, guys. You put it up the day after. Yeah, it's so nice. Even if you don't get all of the decorations on. And you can just kind of just have the lights. And this year is going to be different. I say that every year. But this year is going to be different. I actually have now 1, 2, 3. I have 4 fake trees. I'll usually put up 2. But I have been known to put trees in Owen's room, in the guinea pig room, you know, so that you can, and then in the den, and, but I think I'll just put up 2 this year. But I did get a really nice tree really early from Michael's last year for this great price. And I'm like, this is great. You don't have to fuss with the lights. The lights were on in there. You could change them out. They didn't have to just be white or just be colored. You could change them up anytime you wanted to, which is kind of cool. So that was fun. And last year, because I was sick, Owen decorated the tree, which was kind of an interesting thing, but he had a good time. And he did a good job. Not not what I would have done, but I was so thankful that he did it. It was nice. Okay, so we're going to place, and I can't find the nose. Where's the nose? Well, there are 2 noses, but of course I can't only find one. Let me just check around, see if I can't find the other nose. Nope, I have a star, but I don't have a nose. So we'll put that one on the back, okay? And there are little cutouts right here. You see, that's where the eye is going to go. And then if you're putting this together yourself, make sure that the longer part of the eye is facing on the outward side. Or at least that's the way it was designed. So you can do it any way you like. You could even change the face. Does anybody need to know how to use your Cricut to make stencils for pumpkin carving? I've done that before. That was a lot of fun. There's a whole image set. Whoops, this is the wrong side. There's a whole image set that's called Pumpkin Carvings, which I've used, and I will cut that out, and then I would take a pin, like a pin sort of similar to this, and trace around on the pumpkin. If you want to learn how to do that, we can do that. Lots of different things. It's up to you what you want to do. I love a good jack-o'-lantern. There we go. Now, the mouth doesn't lay flat on the edges here, but that's okay. We're just going to put glue sort of up until that edge, but not all the way to the edge. All right. And let's have a look here. This is where it goes. Up. Like this. All right. So there's one of ours. And let's just put the mouth and eyes with no nose on this. Nobody will notice. So no nose on this one. That's okay. And now we're going to take our, and we're going to put it on the side, okay? So see how it matches up like that? And I don't think we need another layer of pop dot. So I'm just going to glue here. And let's get this on there. This is the bad side because it doesn't have the nose. So I much would have preferred having patterned paper, but I just didn't have enough. So you use whatever you want to use, but it's recommended to use a patterned paper. So. And that is it. I like the teal. I mean, I could have used other pattern that wasn't teal, but I was really on the hunt for teal, and this was all I could find, and I only had 2 sheets of it. So, you know, you could put something else, but I just love the way that teal makes that pumpkin pop. And it's ready for our Halloween trick-or-treating. Isn't that great? Now, before you go, I want to talk about this file just a little bit because you might not know what I was saying. So this is the Jolly Jointed skeleton, which I think came with this one here. So if you happen to have bought the kit, then you know, you might want to, if you want to do this one, it says to do this with 2 sheets of black cardstock. So I started looking and I saw that it was basically 2 of the exact same thing. Now I didn't watch the video on this and then did white glitter here. I didn't watch the video on this, so I'm just assuming that because it's only one skeleton, you're going to glue them together to make a thicker skeleton. But I'm going to go back to the drawing board and I'm going to cut this out of craft board. Do you know what craft board is? It's kind of like chipboard, not nearly as thick. And it does come in black, it comes in white, and it also comes in like a craft brown. And I happen to have the black, so I'm going to cut this out in black and I'll put that together to show you next week. So in case you, yeah, you're supposed to glue them together, and which I understand, but why do that when you could have, you know, a thicker, more sturdy, and then it won't rip and you can use it year after year, that sort of thing. That's what I was thinking. Sort of like how we did that with the craft with Sarah. Remember when we did the Happy Halloween sign, craft with Sarah? And we used craft board instead of the black. And it made it much sturdier. So that is for next week. We'll do that, as well as I'm going to show you how to make a twist pop card. And yes, I will give you the file. And it's a work in progress, clearly, because, you know, I was able to like kind of add these things. Look, I had extra ghosts, so I put them on the back. And we can jazz this up for Thanksgiving. We can do something for Christmas. We just have to think, like, we could do ho ho and have a Santa. That would be fun. What would we do for Thanksgiving? I don't know. We'd have to maybe sneak letters so that big gobble. And by the way, if somebody did ask me, you know, what is this font? It's not a font. It was actually an image that I found in Design Space. Also, this was an image from Design Space as well. So all of these are just images in Design Space, and we can put them all together like this. A lot of fun. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. I know it's been a long day for some of you watching all the lives and everything. I hope you get some crafting in, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow or on the replay. Well, see you tomorrow for our weekly Create and Escape project, where we'll be doing the poured pumpkins. That's going to be at 10 o'clock live from Peabody Square at Create and Escape, which is right in downtown Peabody. And Pascal, who's the artist in residence there, is going to show us the techniques. I'm always a little afraid to work with paint, and they are very comfortable with paint. So I think this is a good match indeed, because they're helping me break out of my comfort zone. So that is it for today, everyone. I hope you have a great night, and hope to see you tomorrow or on Monday. Take care. Bye.